Welcome to episode 16. You just completed a major battle against various specters that came from the caskets. Your GM forgot how to count and only had you fight 4 of them, the 5th one running off into oblivion on his own. So now there are 5 sarcophaguses for you to... Sarcophagi? There we go. Sarcophagi for you to go through instead of 4. Enjoy. A lootin' you shall go.
Tootin' lootin'.
All right, let's open some sarcophagi.
Well, Dane already opened the one, so
Yep.
I think we'll check that one out first.
All right. Well, I have a treasure table that I'm going to use because I've found all sorts of tables for like basically everything under the sun, which I just like for the randomness.
Nice.
All right. That one puts me here. You find in that one 8 gems that are pretty shiny, sparkly, and very finely cut.
Woo.
Okay.
Gems. Tiny.
Do you know what their relative value would be?
You get an estimate of about 50 gold each.
Okay. 50 gold a piece.
Nice.
All right. On to the next one.
All right. Just for fun on this one, hey, roll a strength check to pry it open.
Okay. All right. Dane's going to roll a strength check.
Come on, Dane. Your strength bonus.
Oh, God. I nat 1'd it.
You cannot budge it. It is stuck shut. You're like, sorry, guys, there's nothing in this one. Or at least I'm not opening it.
Well, Ray's gonna walk over and try to push it open herself.
Okay.
11.
Yeah, you pop it open, and much to the... Dane gives you the stink eye.
Here we go again. Okay.
You go rummaging through the body, you also find some not quite as finely cut gems, but, they're all right. There's, 8 of them. No, wait, sorry. I have to read both of those dice. There's 11 of them total.
Gems? And what is their relative value?
About 10 gold.
10 gold piece?
We're gonna be rich.
Nah, we're just covering expenses.
Mm.
All right. Dane's going to hitch up his belt. He's going to try number 3. He's going to show Ray that she's not the only one that can open a sarcophagi. Sarcophagus.
Just go for it.
All right, here we go. At least it wasn't a nat 1.
Was it?
So it was a 6, but with my +4 strength, that's a 10.
We'll call that good. You pop it open. It was more difficult than it should have been, but you got it open.
You're tired. You just fought. It's fine.
Right. All right. What is the sarcophagus number 3?
Maybe you're just going soft.
That looks very similar to the previous one, though this time you only find 7 gems.
7 gems. What is their relative value?
Also 10.
10.
Casseros will try to open sarcophagus number 4. Yeah, 4. With his minus on strength. Just
Awesome. Go for it.
a 4.
Yeah, you pry and twist and you just can't quite get it.
Oh well, at least I tried.
All right. So apparently we're all huffing and puffing, other than possibly Ray, and we're like, Alpha, why don't you try to open this sarcophagus?
Is looting the burial chambers of your flesh bodies, is this a normal custom? We seem to be doing this quite often.
Well,
it's all about perspective, Alpha.
Alpha, adventuring is very expensive, and if we ever want to start your mega church of Gone, it has to be funded. This is one way to fund it.
Indeed. You make a very valid argument, but wouldn't we not get more results if we were to simply ask people to work with their own hands? Gone would appreciate that as well.
But there are other things that you need in order to run a church. Any kind of enterprise takes some kind of money or funding in order for it to be successful long term. So, it's just one of those economic laws of the world. So
This is reasonable. Alpha wanders over to, I guess, the last sarcophagus,
No,
the
next
or that was just failed, and
The
I got 19
penultimate.
the strength check.
You rip it off. Just grab it
Yeah,
like
just-
one-handed and it goes flying.
yeah, I don't know what you guys were struggling with. This is easy.
It's like, Data, pick up this girder. Okay.
All right, what do we find in sarcophagus number 4?
Oh, that one has 8 very fine gems in it.
8 very fine gems. Cool.
Are they also worth 50 gold each?
They are.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
All
Sorry, I
right.
was just thinking Jeremy opens the last one. I'm kidding.
All right. So Dane's gonna
This whole
try.
time, Jeremy's been slowly prying the other one open.
Yeah. It's only gonna take another century or so. All right, Dane's gonna try the last one because, you know, he saw how Alpha did it, and he's like, challenge accepted. So we'll see what he can
Alpha
get.
doesn't even have very good strength. He's all about dexterity. It just happened to be a really good roll.
All right, what did we get that time? We got
Yeah, plus 4 is 20.
we got a dirty 20 on that one.
Nice. You also just rip it right off. This one has, instead of gems, some really nice art objects like worked gold, figurines, things, fine jewelry.
Ooh. Kind of fine jewelry.
Let's say a necklace and 2 armbands made out of solid gold.
Nice. What would the relative value of these things be?
Melted down, only about 25 gold, but in their current state, probably about 75, just on the antiquities market.
Just 75 gold in total
No, each.
each.
Ooh.
All right. Nice. Perfect.
If you sell them as an antiquity, if you melt them down, then in total.
Yeah. So 2 nice armbands. And what else?
And a necklace.
And a necklace.
No fancy gem in said necklace.
Nope, pure gold, but it's very
Wow.
ornately carved.
Cool.
Doesn't matter to me then.
Alrighty then. So we were at.
Yes.
right-
So you're. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So we're at the statue, right?
Yes, you are. Let me get exactly where I'm at here. Yes, this is the statue of Ra, carved in such a way that its eyes always follow you. There are the sarcophagi around it, and there is a pathway leading out of this area, flat, on the northwest corner from where you're at. It goes due west.
Okay.
Okay, well, Castros and Alpha got hit by their ability because we couldn't make the save where we have the limited max hit points unless we take a long rest.
Yes.
Yeah, I was just thinking that too. Like, we're all kind of down some spell slots, and
Yeah.
also permanent or maximum hit points. So yeah,
Yeah.
Probably a good idea to take a long rest right about now.
Yup.
Are you going to rest here or go back up?
I think we can probably rest here, don't you think?
Yeah,
Okay. I think we'll rest here.
just chill. Castros makes some good berry cocktails or something. I don't know.
a good
All right,
berry
who-
smoothie.
That's a good idea. So you never did
It's a
your
good
find
idea.
your.
That's a good berry idea.
It's a very, very good idea. You need the magical Vitamix.
Oh yes.
Anyway, who's on watch first?
Remember,
Alpha moves one of those sarcophagus lids in front of the entryway as like a little semi-barrier, just in case.
Okay.
'Cause he remembers getting hit in the back by a cat.
Ray can take
And,
first watch.
Ray's gonna go first.
Yep.
All right, then Alpha or then someone else.
I'm not sure how much people trust Alpha to keep a watch, considering last time he was on watch, he decided to stoke a fire instead of respond to some random sounds. But he's always kind of aware of what goes on around him. He's just inactive, so he's just gonna find a little back corner, and just power down and stare.
All right, we'll
Boy.
put you on last. So it really goes Casros or Dane then next.
Dane can go next, I guess.
All right, then Castros.
Okay, so I have it right now. It's going to go Ray, Dane, Casros, Alpha. Alrighty. So, first off, let me make a roll. Let's see. Dane, make me a wisdom roll really quick.
Do I have to?
Well, you're sleeping in a temple that's obviously has spirits in it. I have to roll for things.
Okay. All right. Fine. 2.
2.
You don't have-
All right.
No, that was a natural 2. No plus.
So while you are getting rest, you also have horrible nightmares. You wake up in a sweat at the end of your rest before you take your watch, and by the end of the night, you will end up restored, but then take off 2 psychic damage.
Okay, so I'll basically be down 2 hit points then.
Yes.
All right. Fine. Okay.
Okay. Then it's your turn to watch. Ray goes down to sleep. So, Casros, make me a wisdom save.
11.
11. Let me do a quick check on something. You wake up suddenly and feel extremely frightened, and you try to start getting out of the room, like to go over to Alpha's door that he made out of the sarcophagus lid to try to move it to get past. Dane,
This is involuntary.
Dane, you are witnessing this.
Okay. Let's see here. I try and grab onto him by his shoulders and give him a good shake to make sure he's awake and say, "Hey, everything's all right. Calm down.
Does it
It
snap
was
me
a
out
bad
of it?
dream.
Does
I
it-
had him too."
Does it snap me out of it at all?
Roll, give me a 1d20. Tell me what you get. I'm going to just roll and beat me.
No, it's me. I think I have to roll, not you.
Dane after all,
No,
or
no.
Castros?
Castros rolls.
Oh, cast rolls.
Oh, well, I got a 7.
That's better than what I
You,
got.
you beat me on my roll, so you're good.
Cool. I was gonna say if it didn't work, Castros would just start like muttering something in Infernal.
That would have been good. No, it worked. Dane's able to
All
get you to lay back down and go to sleep. You're all right. He stopped you before anything bad happened.
Oh,
So
okay.
he then
Castros-
does wake you. What?
Castros is never afraid.
Well, that's good, but this was magical, not you had no control over it.
No, exactly.
So, righty. That means Dane goes down to rest. Casros gets up and is on watch. Let's give a roll. Oh, nothing happens. You are on watch. Well, I say nothing happens. Like nothing physically occurs in front of you. You hear strange sounds echoing through the temple, like someone's reading Cheerios like it's alphabet soup. Ooh.
Weird bugs out tonight.
There you go. I like that. All right, you go over and you poke Alpha.
Poke, poke.
Yeah.
I guess
You're-
Alpha just kind of hands up. His eyes get a little bit brighter. Says, "Thank you for the poke. I am good now. You may sleep."
Awesome.
Cool,
Oh,
cool.
this might be fun. All right, so you guys all sit down and sleep. Alpha, make a wisdom save. Oh no, sorry, read that wrong. Make a charisma save.
Charisma. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I can't go to Negans.
I have to look at the right line.
6. Wait, -1. 5.
5.
Not a very charismatic monk.
I don't think
No,
any
you are not.
charismatic.
Okay. Well, you.
Oh, wait. I forgot. If I have a perk, like if I fail a charisma roll. Wait, no, that's for intimidation. Never mind.
It's for intimidation. All right. So you. Can I do this best? You wander off. You leave everyone else sleeping, and you make your way over to the door. You slip through. You wake no one up because you're able to move with such speed and silence. You don't wear armor, so you're not banging or clanging. And you disappear up the stairway.
Sounds about right, like something Alpha would do.
So I'm going to leave that right there for a moment, just because everyone's here together, so I don't want to, reveal anything yet. So you guys, everyone else, wakes up about an hour and a half later on your own, having received the benefits of a long rest, and there is no Alpha with you. And the door that he placed is missing.
The only one I tolerated.
So, did he place the door against the passageway going west, or did he place the door against the stairs going back up?
Against the stairs going back up.
Okay. Well, it seems pretty obvious that we look up and we see that he's not there, but the door has been moved, so stand to reason that we should probably go up the stairs after him.
Or at least investigate that.
Yep.
Okay, you run back up to the stairs into the chamber you were at before. Let me make sure to re-describe it since that was last week. All right. This was the servants' chambers with the sarcophagus-looking thing in the middle that you descended down. There were the 4 pedestal things, to the 2 upright caskets, and then 2 statues in this room. You recognize it immediately when you walk in. But you also notice that there is something different along the east wall. It looks like the stones have been scratched and damaged since you were here.
Sketchy.
Well, let's
Nature check!
Sure.
Just in case, you never know. Maybe it's something we've dealt with before. Oh, that's a nat 20 on that nature check.
Right on. Oh, that reminds me. Dane, don't forget you've got one in reserve.
Oh, that's right.
So, on that nat 20 nature check, you say, hey, those scratches were not made by anything in nature. That was the scratches of a constructed being. He went that way.
Okay.
Woohoo!
All right.
All right, let's go.
Castros just really wants to find Alpha, apparently.
Yeah. Like, you guys are lame. Alpha's interesting.
All right. So let's check and see if we can open up the wall.
Castros doesn't even wild shape. He just starts, like, sniffing him out like a bloodhound, like, as a tiefling.
Awesome. All right, well, go check it out. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna try and open it. I'm assuming it's some kind of a hidden door.
All right, well, then you need to, roll an investigation.
All right. So roll it. Okay. Dane's gonna roll investigation. Dun, 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 14.
Okay, impressive. That's exactly the DC that's listed. All right.
Oh, thank goodness.
You find it. There is a small impression near where the scratches were that actually has a release mechanism in it that allows the section of the wall to swing open. As it does, you see that the bricks have been hollowed out to be much lighter weight than any of the surrounding masonry. A very clever trick put together by some person long since gone.
Intriguing. Alright.
There is a hallway on the other side, which appears to go down to a corner and turn to the left.
All right, let's go. Let's follow.
Let's go.
All right. You go down, you turn, and what you find is this is a landing pad that actually makes you make a U and ascend. There is a long stairway that goes up.
Long stairway that goes up, huh?
Yes.
So we make a U before we go up?
Yeah, so basically you went down, like say you were going out of the east side. This was basically a hall that took you to a U-turn, so there would be a long processional stairway going up instead of lots of little turnbacks and stuff.
So we go up the stairs.
Yep.
All right. As you reach the top of the stairs, you see a room that is, much smaller than the one you were just in. It's only maybe 15 by 25 and there is a sarcophagus in the middle of it. It is absolutely ornate. It looks like something that is fit for a king. And there, what? Oh, go ahead. What?
I said, "Oh, sweet."
Yes. So that's something that is fit for a king. And then to the north and south are two columns that are round but brilliantly carved to look like goddesses holding up the roof. It's a good example of that. Like Atlas holding up the world.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
You the Oh, go ahead. What?
So is there any sign of Alpha?
You look around and you do not see Alpha, but you do notice that there's dust everywhere. There's footprints going to the sarcophagus, and it does appear that the lid is not perfectly square.
Let us try to open said sarcophagus lid. Do you
Give me a roll.
All right.
Strength roll, Dan.
Strength roll.
Every time.
I'm I nat one it.
Oh, you can re-roll though because of the front thing.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
'cause-
you are.
Well, thank God, because
You get a little help from your friends.
yeah, apparently I need it. I nat one it again.
And you have to use that, so you walk up to it and you're all cocky, you crack your fingers and you say, "Guys, the trick is to lift with your back in a jerking, twisting motion."
Mm-hmm.
And you just reef on it back and forth, and you throw your back out, you take 3 spinal damage.
3 embarrassment damage.
Yeah, 3 embarrassment damage.
Alrighty, Ray's gonna walk over and push it off.
Okay.
9.
You're able to start sliding it, but if someone wants to assist.
Castros will.
Yeah.
He got a 9 on his strength as well.
The 2 9s together, you guys are able to push and slide it over. And when you do, you see Alpha is laying there, arms crossed. The sarcophagus was empty apparently before he crawled into it. And as you slide the top all the way off, it crashes to the floor. His eyes open and are glowing green.
Okay.
Well,
Yep.
I'm curious. Can I try a thing real quick?
Sure, go ahead.
I want to see if I can charm person on him. If that would help to like try and break him out of it, as if I were to use charm person.
Sure.
How about
Go
you just try
for
and
it.
wake him up first before you try and cast a spell?
That's a 16 plus 9.
Good lord.
That would be a 25, Alex.
Well, he doesn't know what all is going on. Hold on a second. Holy crap. All right.
Alphys is kind of there.
I didn't expect this, so I will just say that yes, you have charmed person.
Cool. Now what? Does he still have the green eyes?
He has the green eyes and they start to bulge, and you just see his like chest and shoulders shoot up, and the green just starts pouring out of him. It looks like smoke. And in front of you, that smoke forms what looks like first a crown, and then a face, and then a swirl of body mass, and ethereal limbs come out. And
Worked as
roll
an
initiative.
exorcism.
What?
I can't believe the charm person worked as an exorcism.
That was brilliant. I never even considered such a thing. I love it. All right. Yes. Roll initiative, though.
All right, let's fight a dead king.
for
Cast-
Alpha.
Castorx gets a 12.
Yes, it was 12. All right.
Alpha not one his initiative roll, which kind of makes sense.
Yeah, you're on your back. I was gonna put you at disadvantage anyway, so that's perfect.
Ray got a 9.
Dane got a 6.
Perfect.
I think
Alright.
you need a different dice.
I've used 2 so far, and I'm getting the same rolls with both of them.
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but holy crap.
It's really frustrating.
Okay. All right, I got everyone in order. All right. This thing is there. It is in front of you. Casros, you get to go first. You get the jump on it.
I'm gonna go first for once. How far away is he from Alpha now?
He's over the top of Alpha.
Ah, darn. What to do that won't? Let's do produce flame. Just cast some flame at him. At least try to drive him away from Alpha. That's literally the only thing I can do.
Sure.
That's a 17 plus 9 to hit.
Oh, you hit.
Yeah, my spell attack bonus is crazy wild. And just conjure some flame and throw it at him for 8 fire damage.
Nice. Good job.
I rolled a nat 8 on that 1d8, so I'm
That's-
rolling well for it so far.
Yeah, I'm glad you are.
I'm impressed. All right, Ray, your turn.
Taking my slack.
Alrighty. Well, I'm not sure how well these physical Patriot arrows are gonna do against him, but it's the best thing I got, so load up a Patriot arrow and fire! Please don't nat 1 and hit Alpha. Well,
Alpha's still inside of a sarcophagus, so
Yeah,
it'd be
he's
difficult.
safe.
oh yeah, okay. That's a 17 to hit.
Oh, good hit.
Alrighty. 5 damage.
Right on.
Alright.
All right. It takes a little knockback from that, and so I need to I should have read this earlier. I was listening intently to what you were doing. Oh nope, that's not going to happen. So it looks down at Alpha, who's under it, and it is just angry at what has happened. So first, it's going to strike straight down. Sorry, Alpha, you're at disadvantage on this one, and that is a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And that I figured it would. I mean, geez, it's right above you.
We're gonna need a long rest after this.
It hits you for 25 necrotic damage.
It's an undead thing.
That's a lot of damage.
Yes, it is.
We're gonna need some flex tape.
But you need some flex tape. What? Oh, to fix Alpha?
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah. All right. It is Dane's turn.
All right, I'm going to attempt to cast Firebolt at it. Yes, that is a nat 20.
Nice. Sweet. And roll that baby again just to let me know what you get.
You can use your birthday nat 20 if you wanted.
I think I'm gonna use my birthday nat 20.
Okay. You cast your firebolt at it and you vaporize it. I mean, it erupts in a ball of screaming green and yellow flame and just is consigned to oblivion.
Perfect.
Perfect.
I was gonna see. Let me roll and see what damage I would have done if I hadn't used my nat 20. Yeah, no, let's go with that because that's much better than what I would have ended up with.
Okay. Well, yeah, you very, very killed it.
Sweet. Well, thank goodness, because I don't think Alpha would have survived another strike.
Alpha's still just laying in there in the sarcophagus after just seeing this thing evaporate above him and says, "Ouch."
Alpha, you okay? What happened?
Just meekly crawling out of the sarcophagus. I do not know, but ouch.
Stuff does not seem to be working like it should.
Alright, I'll heal you up, Alpha. 25, so. Don't want to use Medium. I'm gonna use it in a higher spell slot. So I will use Cure Wounds on Alpha. Real quick. That's a 15 plus 9 to hit. I'm sure that works. With the Moonstone is 2d8. It's 26, so just barely heals you enough.
I took 25 points of damage. You healed me for 26.
Yeah, but still just barely enough. I rolled very poorly there, but
Like,
still good.
much less ouch. My thanks.
Alright. Cool.
Success. Good job, guys.
Yay. God, I'm glad we took that out as soon as we did, because it would have destroyed us. God.
All right. I have used my nat 20, so I am back to rolling for reals. That's a terrifying thought.
I'm
Well,
just
you did-
imagining after this whole ordeal, Alpha's still sitting in the chamber there saying, "Your flesh bags, death chambers, are very uncomfortable."
You're the one who got into it.
I mean,
This is an astute observation.
yeah. I was gonna say, Ray does have a point. Anyways. Nah, still don't believe ghosts are real.
You just fought one, but yeah, ghosts aren't real. Whatever.
And then,
It was obviously some weird, like, sulfur thing. That's
And
how
then-
Dane was able to defeat it so easily.
and then 5 others from the previous episode.
Yeah.
Just gas.
Give you-
We're just breathing something in. We're
yeah,
hallucinating.
I'll give you gas, Castros. Just wait. All right. So, is there anything else in the sarcophagus?
No, it is empty.
Okay. Anything of? We'll see if I can't investigate the statues. See if there's anything there.
Sure. Roll an investigation check, I guess.
And that is 15.
15. You look at them and see they are very finely carved and done so in such a way as to make them seem very, how can I put this? Like intentionally crafted for a purpose. You're not 100% sure what that purpose is, but they were definitely made specifically for this room to be right there.
Okay.
Wondering why there's a supposedly, in quotations, spirit of a past king here, but no body. Seems like a king burial area, but whatever.
So, is there anything I notice? There's no inscriptions at their feet?
No, you find this entire room is strangely devoid of writing.
Alright, let's continue on our way. Nothing to see.
Is there any kind of funny, like out of the ordinary, like air currents, where air might be moving from some place you can't see?
Give me a roll, do a perception check.
You can re-roll because you're with friends.
Oh, thank God. Well, that was an at one again.
Oh my god.
I wonder if this is going to be a record. But I'm re-rolling, and that is much better. Perception. Ooh, +4 on perception. So 16 perception.
Yes, you find that there is a definite breeze coming through. It's like there's a natural draft moving up the stairs and out through some areas in the ceiling near where the tops of those statues are.
All right. So which one of us is best at climbing?
I got a plus on it because of Jeremy.
I got a +5 on acrobatics.
Ray, why don't you try and climb to the top of the statues and see if you see anything?
Alrighty.
Is climbing acrobatics or athletics?
I think it's acrobatics because athletics is like running. Or
16.
yeah, you do it. You're able to climb.
Sweet. Alright. Alrighty, I get to the top and scout around. Knock on
All right.
rock.
You knock on rocks. What you find is some loose stone that give way when you knock on them. They fall to the floor. Hopefully no one had a foot in the way,
Huh.
and they slam to the ground, and you see the dust rush up through there, and you look through, and you can actually see there is sunlight coming down through a long shaft that goes all the way to the outside of the ziggurat.
Interesting.
So is this shaft, does it have any branchings off, or is it just straight shaft outside, sunlight comes pouring in?
You from where Castros is at, or yeah, Castros climbed, or did Ray climb?
Ray
Ray
climbed.
climbed it.
Ray climbed. From where Ray is at, Ray can only see that it looks like it goes straight up to the surface, and there's a bunch of airflow like moving through it.
Now, what does Ray want to do? Does she want to try and climb up the shaft, or does she want to just climb back down and say, no, looks like an air vent?
Well, I'm already here. Might as well investigate further. I'm gonna try to crawl through it and see where it leads, or if it's anything else special about it.
Okay, you start climbing.
All right.
That's fine. Give me two climbing checks, I guess. The first one will be for you to get from the statue into the chamber, and then the second one will be after you've been up in the chamber climbing for a little bit.
First scene,
Okay, and the second?
23.
Oh, geez. Yeah, you rather adeptly shimmy your way all the way through and in, and you get all the way out to the top, and you find that you're on a upper platform, kind of like an altar on top, the flat top of this ziggurat. And this looks like it was a way that they could perform ceremonies up here and then throw stuff down into the chamber you're in below.
Okay. Are there any exits off this platform other than what she came up?
It is, yes, she does find some. There's a stairway that leads down into another platform, and there's a back area that looks like it's got a sideways stairway that goes to another area of the structure.
Weird.
But,
okay. All
but
right.
you are outside now, mind you. You're like at the very tip top of this thing.
Yeah. Is there a way to get up to this platform from the outside?
Well, yes, Ray could see the pathway to get up there from their location.
Okay, so she can kind of call down to us and tell us to kind of meet her up there then?
If she wants.
I don't think that's such a good idea. It's necessary.
Well, there's multiple, there's the stairway kind of leading. There was another one, wasn't there? Does that stairway leading down, is that just leading down the outside of the ziggurat, or does it lead into the temple?
No, it just goes down the outside.
Oh, okay. All right. So, Ray, did you just want to rejoin us then? Is that kind of what your thought is?
Yeah, probably. Just cool. We have an exit point. Now, let's get back to doing what we were doing.
We had the exit you came in too. I mean, you could always walk out the entrance.
But this lure,
True.
Okay.
if you can get to it.
So, Ray, do you end up going down the stairs and then entering the temple and meeting us that way, or are you going to climb back down the shaft?
I'm just gonna go back down the shaft.
I just had this vision of you being like, "Hey, someone catch me! I'm sliding down."
That's kind of what I was thinking too.
I'll rely on no one.
That's probably a good idea.
Especially not Dane to catch you, because that would be bad. The way he's been rolling tonight.
Alright. You're just gonna trust your own instincts and slide down yourself. Yep, I'm just gonna come back down the shaft and tell the group what I saw.
I'm confident you can descend safely. I won't have you roll anything for that.
Okay.
Alright, cool.
Probably good. Probably good. All
I
right.
mean, if you're able to climb up that well, you should be able to climb down.
Okay. So Ray rejoins us. I'm guessing we end up going back down the stairs, back down to the original statue of Ra, and then out the passage, go down the corridor heading west.
Right on. You walk into a maybe 30-foot wide room, but it's really long. It's like 60 feet long. There are murals all over the walls. There are 4 columns down each side. There's what looks like a stairway on the far end that descends further beneath the temple, and you're here. That's what you see.
Okay. What do the murals depict?
Oh, huge epic stories. The history of Ra defeating other lesser gods and rising to prominence. There's lineages of kings, and as you go forward, you even see a little group of figures that kind of looks like you.
Oh my.
Mm.
We're in the prophecies.
Woohoo! We're prophetic.
I don't know if that's such a good thing.
Yeah. Depending on the culture that you take your tales from, sometimes, especially it seems like Chinese tales, they never end well.
Well, do you guys want to try and interpret some of them going forward, or?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. What kind of check would that even be? History.
Let's do a history to see if you can figure out any of like the hieroglyphs and what's going on.
Well, Castros gets a 16 on a history check.
Okay. Let me get numbers from everyone just so I can.
Okay.
Alpha gets a 6 because he doesn't know history.
Ray got a nat 20.
Wow, nice. Dane got a 17.
17. Okay. So that's really impressive because I was intentionally making this one hard because I didn't want to reveal too much. But Ray, you specifically go down a little further and you wave everyone over and you say,
Guys, you might want to take a look at this.
and what you see is carved in there a just absolutely beautiful relief of a wood elf holding a bow, dressed very similar to you, and standing atop a pile of slain enemies, if you will.
Look at you.
Glory in battle.
All right.
There is the classic mark of the rising sun, a half arch over your head with rays coming out of it. And there is a
Saint.
there's a circle on the wall just ahead of you with the symbol of the eye of Ra on it, and below that the symbol of, oh god, sorry, my brain just shut down. Osiris.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
All right. You might be God's favored, at least in the Egyptian pantheon.
You guys don't know anything about my past.
Well, no, but looking at that, it looks like Osiris and Ra, at the very least, are interested in you.
Hmm. Seems to be so. Anyway, let's get to move on.
Anything else?
Yes, so those, let's see, Dane and Castros, you both find smaller images about 1/3 the size of the one of Ray. Well, it looks like a dwarf holding an axe and wielding like an axe in one hand and holding fire in another. And you're standing up against something that's much larger than you, but you don't recognize it at all. And Castros there's 3 images in a circle. One, well, looks roughly like a tiefling. The next one looks like a bear, and the next one looks like some other large creature that you can't quite tell what it is.
Look at that, we're sidekicks. Anything with Alpha on it?
There is what looks like a face, like someone took basically Alpha's head, put it into the concrete, and then hit it with a hammer to make an imprint.
That's quality craftsmanship.
And brute force. My favorite way to craft something. All right.
Okay.
Well,
So Rey might possibly become a god herself, or be a demigod, possibly like Theseus.
Theseus didn't end up too well, though, chained to a rock and all that.
But
You gotta really piss off some deities to end up with that fate.
Mm. Look, I mean, being a god would sound nice and all, but I'm pretty content with just living in a shack in the woods.
you might not have a choice, though. Might be your destiny.
I don't care if those gods trying to make me go to Olympus or whatever. I'm not going. Like wrong religion, but okay.
Well, she can't read, so.
Hey. Oh, you can't. It's a fact. He wasn't insulting you. Yeah, but you didn't have to bring it up. Who's the one with the giant picture on the wall, huh? Yeah.
Yep, and then refusing her destiny. All right, is there anything else?
A picture and not something written. Yes, Rose.
There's, as you go further down, things appear to be deteriorated. There is a figure that looks like Theseus. There's some other things. It's just hard to make it all out.
All right.
It's us. It's the story of us.
Yeah. I guess we continue our way to the stairs.
Right on. You descend down a exceptionally wide stairway that has short steps on it, so you have to be cautious as you go down. As you reach the bottom, you feel really weird. Every single person here feels incredibly uneasy, like it's just wrong to be in this place. On the wall to your left is basically a big symbol of warning, and it's like a symbol of warning that would be able to be read by in basically every language. Think like the symbols that they're trying to figure out to put on nuclear waste, so if people don't understand any known language, any of today's known languages far in the future, they'll know that it's poisonous.
Yeah, kind of like big old skull and crossbones, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
With
an Octoon baby on it.
Something like whatever they decide to use. You can't just use a nuclear warhead because then people will start worshiping it. We found that out the hard way in the 70s. So I'm probably the only person that actually watched Planet of the Apes. Never mind.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I never did see the one with Charlton Heston in it.
Oh my god, that was the best. And then so there was that one, and then in the sequel there was he finds this group of humans that they follow this religion where they worship an unexploded nuclear warhead because it's the future and no one knows any better.
I would love to be able to refute that, but I have a feeling that is absolutely correct.
Well, I think if we've learned nothing else from the last year, it's that in the event of an actual zombie apocalypse, there'd be at least a sizable portion of the population that would run to the zombies saying, "It's all a hoax. Watch, I'll let them bite me."
Pretty much. Yep. Yeah. That's exactly right.
Anyway, across from this big warning on the other side is a absolutely black shined sarcophagus. Whatever light source you have around you just reflects off of it and glows. It is like the ultimate black mirror. Like it's dark, but the light just reflects. You'd imagine that if this thing was in the sun, you couldn't even look at it.
Arcana check on it.
Sure.
Nope, that's in that one. Actually, I can re-roll it. Not much better. That's a 11.
You sense that this whole place is magical. Like, it's just around you.
Okay.
There's magic in the air. And with all this...
Right.
Anyways. Well, Black Sarcophagus is probably cursed, but it looks pretty neat. Do we want
Oh
to
yeah,
try?
it's definitely the coolest looking one you've ever seen.
Oh yeah. We should try to open it. What stopped us from this far?
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see. I think. Here, let me see something here real quick. I think I am going to. Okay, so I'm going to try and open the sarcophagus. Dane's actually, tell you what, Alpha, you want to try and open the sarcophagus? Dane's going to stand right next to you. So that if.
Alpha kind of gives him a sidelong look. He's like, very well.
So if anything pops out of the sarcophagus, the first thing Dane's going to do as a reaction is cast protection from evil and good on you so that you're not necessarily going to be immediately under attack by any kind of an undead nasty thing.
This seems very logical. All right, Alpha rolled a 13.
You start to pull on the lid, and you find that it is particularly difficult to move. But as it starts to open more and more, there is a blast of air that comes from inside and a whirlwind of sand, and it flips the lid off completely. And let's see, would that be Alpha and Dane make a dexterity saving throw?
Not dexterity. All right. That's an 11.
Alpha?
I get a 13.
Nice. You actually both save.
Woohoo!
So yeah, it goes
Yay.
flying back. You guys catch it, and you almost together use it like a shield to be knocked back. And there's a swirl. This whirlwind of sand continues and coalesces, standing in the top of this now open sarcophagus. Stands a let's call him about 7.5 to 8 foot tall. Looks almost like a would be a good example. I want to say like a warrior priest looking thing. It's a someone that is in like ancient Egyptian battle armor with the mark of the Eye of Ra on his forehead and armor coming off each shoulder that looks like hawk mouths, or you know, I don't know, I'm trying to describe like basically like beaks off each shoulder going down, and he's holding a staff in his hand, but not just like a round wooden staff, but like a steel pole.
Is this Raw himself?
Well,
No.
Find out.
Ah.
All right.
Oh, and
Okay.
there's there are, you can tell it's not a solid body because there are holes where flesh has rotted away and exposed like ribs, and within you can see a kind of golden glow coming from the ribs.
This is your benevolent GM, and this is an ad break. We have a book. Please visit Azentuary.com for Azentuary, the Saga of Erda. Basically, season 1 of our podcast. Learn all of the weird inside jokes. Get to read the adventure instead of listen to it. And solve the mystery that is Erda. Again, that's Azentuary.com, where you can order your copy today.
Did this knock us?
Could it knock you? What?
So you said the sarcophagus lid hit us?
Yes, and it pushed you back. You guys caught it, and you used it almost like a shield. You caught it and put it back. So if you want to just drop it on the floor, you can.
Well, how far back did it push us?
Oh, like, let's say 10 feet.
Perfect. All right. Yes, I shall drop the sarcophagus lid.
Awesome. So you guys drop that on the floor in front of you and roll initiative.
All right. Rolling initiative.
Rolling. 12.
6. Yes, stop rolling on that stupid thing.
Ray got a 7. Castor's got a 7 too.
Castos and Ray, do you want to each re-roll and see who gets higher? I'll just...
Ray got a 12.
I got a 1.
All right, Ray goes before Castros then.
All right.
What
That's
you gonna do,
fine.
Ray?
Hold on, not right now, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I need to get everyone in order because Alpha will go before Ray, but my guy gets to go first.
Yeah, that's not surprising considering how badly we rolled.
Yeah, he rolled a 15.
Mhm.
I didn't even put any modifiers or anything on it. I just rolled it, and I was like, "Oh, okay, then that happened."
Pretty much.
All right. So he immediately is going to. Ooh, I know. He will focus on. Let's see. There's 4 of you, so I'm just gonna roll. I'm gonna assume you're all mostly in a line based
Yeah.
on kind of your position. Number 1 is Dane, because you're at the lower roll there. So first thing he does is require you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Thought I got something extra on that.
What, for wisdom?
Oh, apparently not. Okay, so that's a 12.
That is a 12. Okay, you need to good. All right, you become frightened. You have disadvantage on attack rolls as long as you are within line of sight of the creature.
Mm.
All right, and then it leaps out, takes a swing with its staff, and hits at, let's see, roll this. Who is number 4? That is Alpha. Sorry, Alex, you're just how the die rolls.
I am a punching bag.
You're fine.
Apparently. Well, you are the puncher. I mean,
It's only fair. Karmic justice.
all right. So it rolls to hit, which is a 20 to hit.
Good God.
I just rolled well, sorry.
Actually, yeah, makes sense.
And that is 8 bludgeoning damage. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution against the staph infection.
Yeah, literally.
Let's see here. I don't have that. Okay. 12.
Ooh, yeah, it hits you. You got the staph infection.
No.
So as you are cursed. You cannot regain hit points, and if you are not treated within 24 hours, you will lose 10 hit points.
Ouch.
Yep, and it's your turn.
All right. Alpha, after getting bludgeoned, spins back around and goes to punch it in what he perceives to be a weak spot. I guess it's undead, so we'll see. What is it? +4. Oh, dang it. Sorry. I accidentally closed my dice. 18 to hit.
That hits.
All right. Now it has to do a double check the rule book here. Boo, 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 boo. Constitution saving throw against me.
Okay.
And it has to be, what is the current thing? DC of 8 proficiency wisdom 14.
Okay, I rolled a 19.
All right. Well, that didn't work. And Alpha goes to, but I guess damage I have to calculate. So it hit with 8 physical damage. And
Okay.
then Alpha gets to
Inspector
punch
Alpha.
again.
We did the do Inspector Alpha.
Yeah, it
Yep.
sounds like Inspector Gadget too.
All right, and then the second attack is a 22 to hit.
That also hits.
All right, Constitution saving throw.
I'll just tell you whatever I get. A nat 20.
Dang! 2 stunning attacks failed. All right,
Wow.
but it still takes 9 damage.
Okay.
All right.
Wait, I forgot. I have a third attack. Just a
you
normal
have
attack.
Okay.
Because it's martial arts. That's what would it be? Oh shit! Sorry, I have to adjust my modifier on here. Oh no, 15.
Does not hit.
He was so shocked that the stunning didn't work.
That it is Ray's turn.
Fails Patriot Arrow.
All right.
That's an 11 to hit.
Does not. Are you rolling with advantage?
Oh, okay. That is a 20 to hit. Not a
Oh
nat.
yeah, you hit.
Alrighty. 5 damage.
That with the plus. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are rolling.
I rolled a 2.
We are rolling
Jeez.
really bad right now.
I was rolling
All
well.
right.
at the beginning.
Well, you see it. Your Patriot arrow strikes the mummy, and it looks like it hurt it. Like it pierced into it, and it's like it should have. It looks more hurt than it should for the strike you gave it.
Holy items or like blessed items? Mayhaps.
What?
Nothing.
I guess it's Casros's turn. Go.
Well, I think it's time for a good old-fashioned direwolf wild shape. I think my direwolf misses the taste of rotting flesh.
Oh God.
So, wild shape time.
I think I psychologically just threw up a little.
Well, it's a 7, so it's not that 1, so it should still work fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
Alright.
I'm just waiting
You
for that
wild
nat
shape
one.
into a turtle. A dire turtle.
Into a turtle. Alright. And, well, at least I'm not a brown bear that has multi-attack. I just have the 1 attack. But I also have pack tactics, so as long as I'm within, like, 5 feet of one of my companions, then I get advantage on attack rolls. Anyways, so I'll just leap at it and aim for something. And bite, I guess. I bet
Right?
somebody's probably within, yeah, Alpha at least is within 5 feet of it, so I think
Yes.
it's the advantage for pack tactics. 14. Okay, so that is a 19 to hit.
Yeah, you hit.
Cool. That is 12 piercing.
Ouch. Yeah, you
Okay.
bite in verily.
Must succeed on a strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Ooh, okay. That is I rolled 21.
Oh, well, yeah, you're good.
Jeez, I'm gonna start using a different die. This one's rolling too good.
I know. Why don't you start rolling some nat ones there, Ben?
Well, I've rolled a couple so far, but I've rolled low, but just not at the right times.
All right.
Anyway, it's your turn, Dane. Remember, you're striking at disadvantage.
So I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cast protection from evil and good on myself.
Okay.
Okay. So since I'm casting it on myself, that's not disadvantage, right? Because I'm a willing target.
Yes.
Okay, so that would be a 12.
Yeah, you should be fine.
Okay, so what that means is, since I'm already frightened by such a creature, I now have advantage on any new saving throw against the relevant effect. So if I have to do another saving throw, is this a by turn thing where I'm frightened, or is this just...
Hold on a sec. If the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed by such a creature, the target has advantage on any new saving throw against the relative effect. So I'd have to think about how that works. Let me see here really quick. Where is that? Become frightened until the end of... So you would basically be able to almost shake off that frightening, and you should have an advantage going forward.
Cool. All right, sounds good. And then, so that is, casting time is 1 action, but I'm allowed an extra attack per turn. Can I do an attack this turn, or I'm pretty much stuck with just casting the 1 spell?
Technically, you should be stuck with that, but I'll say go ahead and do it, but not with advantage. You can attack.
So just regular?
Yeah, so attack regular this turn, and then the next turn you'll have advantage on it. That way, like basically, because the whole idea of the turn-based system is everything's happening simultaneously. This is just a way to deal with it.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think that allows your magic to kick in.
Cool. All right, well then I will try and cast Firebolt at this thing.
I would say if you're is that a cantrip?
Yeah.
It is. Okay. All right. Yeah, if you're doing a cantrip, go ahead.
Here we go.
If it was a spell, I would have said no, but as a cantrip, I mean, whatever.
All right, so 12 plus 6 is 18.
It's good.
All right. And we are looking at 13 fire damage.
All right. And you did some extra damage to it. You noticed its tattered remains of clothing start to singe and burn, and it screams and moves. It definitely did not like the fire.
Vulnerable to fire.
Fire bad. Mm.
Sounds good. All right. I'm guessing it's its turn now.
Yes, fire bad. I just think of
Professor Lava Hot.
let me see here. What can I do? Give me one moment. I want to look up something.
It's the Mad Rabbit.
Oh, that is
Sorry.
too. No, that's fine. I just was reading one of the abilities I have that it is definitely like not something I'm going to use because it's just too mean.
No.
Oh god.
Good thing.
No, I'm not using it. Don't worry.
Sounds OP.
OP.
Overpowered.
Oh yeah, it is. It definitely is for you guys. I'm taking a slightly higher level creature and trying to nerf it, so it's actually somewhat of a fair fight.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, the point is for you guys to have a bit of a challenge, but if I just go full out with it, it's ridiculous.
We're gonna die. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're not, because I'm like I said, I'm actually nerfing this guy quite a bit.
If you didn't nerf it, we would die.
Yes, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the spells, if you guys were to fail, it would basically kill whoever it was cast upon.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Pretty bad. All right, the first thing it does is... Ooh, can I do that?
No.
Oh,
Sorry, I apologize. I should have read through this in more detail first. But there's just some cool things that happen. So, first thing he does is hold out his arms and makes that's VSM. So he says some words, like looks like he's calling for a rise up motion, and from down the stairs, out of the cracks of the floor, out of the walls, come just biting insects. They start to just fill the area. And everyone, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
okay.
Oh, as a direwolf, I actually have better constitution. Ray got a 13. Castros got a 12.
Alpha got 10.
Dane got a 14.
Okay, so it looks like... Oh man, they don't put it in for me. I have to actually calculate it? Jeez. Well, that's annoying. All right. Well, it looks like everyone fails. Yep. Okay. All right. So what happens is these biting insects swarm around you. They get in all over and they start chomping away. And everyone takes 16 piercing damage. 16 piercing damage. And after they bite you, they fall to the floor. And if you try to step, they become all slippery. So you're now also on difficult terrain.
Gosh darn varmints.
And because he's standing there. Oh, no. He holds, and it is Alpha's turn.
Right, well, Alpha's not feeling too good, but he's gonna try those punches again. Alright. He channels his ki and, yeah, gets a 9 to attack.
Ha! Your key failed you.
Yeah. And the second one is 16.
Does not hit. You're swinging blind in through those insects.
Alright. So the last one, 8. Nah. Yeah, the insects really threw him off.
Yeah,
Every
wow.
single
Holy
three
crap.
attacks, everyone missed.
Okay.
Jeez. Ray, it's you. Try to do something.
Alrighty, Patriot Arrow, go. Set your arrow on fire. I don't have a flame.
Are you calling a shot? What are you doing?
She's firing her second Patriot arrow at it.
But is she calling the shot, or is she just firing generally at it?
Gotta try to.
Should you aim at the Eye of Ra?
Ooh.
You should do that.
Alrighty, I'm gonna try that then.
It's like a nice little target for you.
Okay.
Okay, you have advantage, but take a -2 for calling that shot.
Huh?
So you have advantage, you can roll twice, but whatever you roll, take 2 off of it for calling the shot.
7.
Oh, that was with advantage?
That was the better roll.
Oh my god!
Oh. Yeah, you really, it was like the story of Loki. You went to take the shot, and the insect bit down right on your, the bridge of your nose, and it caused you to wince and shoot off to the side.
That was her last Patriot arrow.
Now she just has
Yep.
regular arrows.
Jesus, we're not gonna survive another round. Alright.
That's Castros' turn.
Oh, I'm assuming I'm still within 5 feet of Alpha?
Oh yeah, you're fine.
Well, one's an 18.
Yeah, it's a hit.
The other is also an 18, so yeah. It was an 18 plus 5 as well, so.
Jeez.
Another 2d6. Did not roll that well that time. That was 7 piercing damage, but once again, make a strength saving throw.
Okay, make a strength saving throw. Ooh, I fail.
No, what do you roll?
2.
Yeah, you fail.
Yeah, no. When it's that low, I know it fails. Trust me.
He's knocked prone.
Awesome.
Alright, guys. Get him.
Okay. So
Set your axe on fire.
I can't. Are you holding on to him then?
No,
Or
I just
you
bit
knocked
him
him
and
down?
knocked him prone.
Okay.
'Cause
Like-
he failed a strength check.
Okay.
Took out the ankle, you know?
Alright.
Yeah, Achilles.
So I'm gonna
Yeah.
cast Firebolt at it again then. And this time it's with advantage, right?
Yes, because you've got your protection on.
Okay, good.
Yeah, Dane got a nat 20.
So on my second,
Holy crap.
so first roll was a nat 1. Second roll was a nat 20.
Awesome. Good job.
Alright.
Oh, well, you had advantage, so that's legit.
Roll again for critical. Roll
Yep.
the second d20.
Roll that crit, please.
Okay.
What do you get?
Let's see. So 12 plus 6 is 18.
Holy, you torch it.
God, take luck over being good any day.
Yeah, it like goes down, and as it's falling backwards, you're like, "Let me get you a light," and you like snap your fingers like a lighter, and poof, it just cooks right there on the floor.
Wow. Okay.
Teamwork.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Oh, all I'm just thinking is just I'm sitting there watching it burn. I'm gonna warm my hands over it like it's a campfire, but meanwhile I'm like breathing the biggest sigh of relief you can ever think of because I'm like, that thing would have killed us in one more round.
Well, as the ashes, or as the rest of the body turns to ash and reveals what was within, the glowing is still moderate until the flames go out, and then it drops to the ground. You see a basically crystalline shard about your palms width across, maybe a little bigger, roughly in the shape of a drawn bow, with the center polished.
I was reading the
Yep, I think that must be Raw's bow.
cool. The Castros
Okay.
don't waste wild shapes if he's gonna parade around as a direwolf, I guess, as we make our way out of here.
Right on.
All right, so we grab that thing, and
grabs her Patriot arrows.
yep. Is there anything else of interest within the sarcophagus or on the corpse?
Everything that was on the corpse burned up from the fire, so there's nothing but ash left. As you look around, there are mostly like wooden style grave offerings, grave goods, and everything you even get near just puts you off. It makes you feel icky, like desecrated.
Like a miasma of evil.
Yes.
Can I make a constitution check to push through the evil feeling? And grab
Sure.
boys. Hey,
You wanna
I have
gra-
constitution as a dire wolf. Might as well use it.
So you want to like try to bite one of the effigies that's like there, one of the grave goods?
Doesn't matter, it was a 6 anyways.
Okay, you go to like take a bite and you're like, no.
Alright.
Okay. Probably better that you failed on that.
You have no sense of risk.
No. I think what we've been doing has been risky enough. And, you know, we got to figure out a way to remove curse from poor Alpha there, or
Oh, true.
he's not going to be enjoying life here very much either.
How do you remove a curse?
You have to, like,
The poor Alpha's feeling the burn.
yeah. We need, like, a priest or a paladin or somebody like that.
Well, maybe High Priest Orc dude back at the village can help with that.
I was gonna say you know one.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have to use him.
Or Alpha can just summon Iron Fist from a portal real quick.
I don't think it works like that.
You generally don't summon your creator.
I mean, I think this calls for.
Well, he can send a D-mail again. That might help.
Gmail.
Oh, yeah.
No, Dimension Mail.
Gmail.
Divine mail.
Divine
Remember
Mail.
how what he did in the underworld? He sent out a D-mail.
Right.
Yeah.
Some people call it prayers. John prefers to be a little more direct.
Alright. Anyways, let's head out of this temple.
Yeah, sooner the better. You have somebody come in and like reconsecrate this temple because it just seems to be full of evil.
Burn some sage.
It's gonna
Be
I
gone!
think it's going to take more than that. All right. Anyway, so
Put in some grow lights, grow some holy basil, you know.
yeah, right. All over, and garlic
Oh yeah, there you go.
and onions. Egyptians apparently worship the onion.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, they were a many-layered people.
Yeah, and that's kind of what they thought. The concentric layers and everything was hinted at divine origin. So
Alright.
the onion was holy.
That makes sense to me. I mean, why not? I mean, heck, for a long time, the Catholics said potatoes were evil and shouldn't be consumed.
It took the French aristocrat, like, trying to say their secret in order to make them popular.
But yeah, but that was after they were legalized following the Great Famine.
Oh my goodness, funny.
Anyway, we don't need to get in. This is not a history podcast. We famously do not do research.
Never.
Yeah, what are...
I'm saying this as a
expectations.
disclaimer.
Yeah, please do not use this to try and like ace like a history test you have coming up. It will not work.
Right.
No, or biology, or health, or
Science.
Especially
yeah.
not biology. We convinced another player in our party that babies can explode. That is not
Yeah.
agreed upon biology consensus.
Or poli-sci.
Actually, in the future, this could make quite the interesting, like, psychology study for someone's thesis.
How insane were these people when they were filming this?
Well, maybe by the end we can survey our viewers.
How manic does one have to be to have a D&D podcast?
Yes.
All right.
Hey, at least we are enjoyed by ones of people. Anyway, so all right, yeah, I take it you guys you make your way back out to the entrance.
Yeah.
All right, you get out and you find that orc was there standing guard and waiting for you, just like he said.
Good.
He's, oh,
You guys alive?
Yeah, barely.
You have bow?
Yes, we do. But our
Oh,
companion has a real problem. We need you to get us back to your shaman as fast as possible.
what problem?
Oh,
looks to the side, kind of eyes Alpha.
he's just a little bit of a curse.
I am not certain, but I feel unwell.
Let us go.
So you guys jump in the cart and he takes off.
Go power orc man.
Since it does take a little, I don't remember how far did we go before. Was it a full day?
I
from the
think
t-
It was a full day. We left like later in the day and then camped overnight and started in the morning.
That's right, because it took most of the day to get there. But we are
Yeah,
like,
not a full day.
yeah. Let's see. And you guys made it down. It was pretty early in the day when you make it down there. So let's say the sun sets right before even right before you get to see the town or the tents. So you basically can make out shapes in the distance in the last bit of twilight, and the orc senses that it's not a good idea to stop, so he just keeps going. And eventually you roll into town, and most people are gone. There's just a few guards up that greet you, and
Huh?
Zog zog.
What? Everyone sleep. Come in, quickly.
they like shuffle you inside the main tent so you don't wake up other people in the town.
I'm
And
imagining
they-
this getting close to the curse culmination point, so Alpha's feeling very much on the negative side.
Yes, you are feeling particularly crappy, and they say,
Come, here. Sleep. Sleep.
they show you into like a little side area with cushions and stuff so you guys can rest.
Yeah, excellent. Definitely, everyone needs some rest.
Well, Alpha needs cure, not rest.
It's also true.
So do you voice that to the guard?
Yes, he's like, I normally would not beg of this from someone of another religion. However, I could desperately use assistance.
He looks at you and goes,
Huh? You don't look good, but you started off not looking good. Now you look worse.
mind you, he's an orc, so his standard of beauty is much different from yours. So
Well, I'm a machine-ish, so yeah, it kind of makes sense. I don't think
Yeah.
Alpha really has a concept of beauty. I mean, even Braun didn't really have a concept of beauty.
That's true.
He had appreciation of good design, but yeah.
So well, here, roll me a persuasion really quick.
All right. Persuasion. Let me just double check here.
I'm just very much curious about something.
Oh, I'll get a +2. Ba-ba-ba.
Mostly because he's a totally different species, so he doesn't really understand you.
21.
He's like,
Yeah, let me get you some help right away.
and he leaves for a few minutes, and that old orc you met comes hobbling in, rubbing his eyes.
Oh, you made it back. Urgent something? What do you need?
I know not what is wrong, but I feel not good. Hit by something in temple.
Yes, I understand. Sit down.
Imagine Alpha just kind of collapses into the chair.
So you're in like a seated position, and he walks over to you, and he puts a hand on each shoulder, and you hear a bunch of like old orcish being spoken and some grunts.
Yathuzda. Grumsh. Grumsh.
And there's it's almost like the room got a little brighter, and then you feel better.
My thanks, old one. But now I believe I need to power down for a bit. I thank you.
Yes, I do too. We will speak in the morning.
And he walks off back towards his area, and you hear in the distance a just flop as he hits his bed and starts to snore.
I'm imagining Alpha doesn't even get up from the chair. He just kind of powers down, sitting there in the chair.
Awesome. I take it everyone else curls up for the evening.
Yeah, I think we're pretty well messed up, so we're all going to just kind of collapse in place.
Right on. Okay, well, you guys all sleep through the night. You're in a totally safe, guarded area, so you have uninterrupted long rest. So you are restored.
Okay.
The orcs keep their word. They take care of their friends.
Cute.
Excellent. Okay.
All right, so you awaken. There's already activity all around you. You can hear footsteps outside of the tent, children playing, all sorts of activities all around. And do you guys all get up at the same time, or who gets up first?
Kind of imagine that we're going to all stir at the same time.
All right. Well, you all start getting up and walk out of your little section, and you see the old orc sitting there.
Oh, good morning, friends. Come. Let us break bread together.
Cool. I like bread.
It's orcish bread, so it's like blood meal and stuff.
Yeah.
Great.
Not as fun bread, but bread.
Yeah. Oh man, the co-op had croissant loaf the other day, like an entire loaf of bread that was a croissant mix. It was ridiculous. It's just fascinating. Popped into my head. Anyway, the old orc sits down or he was sitting down. That's right. He was eating. And he goes,
So, I hear you were successful.
Dane hands over the bow, and he's like, "Yeah, this better be worth it because this was nearly killed us to get it."
Oh, My dwarfen friend.
And he reaches out his hand and takes it very gingerly. You can tell the reverence he has as he's holding it. And he says,
Knowledge is invaluable. I cannot express the worth of this object, what it means to myself and my people, what it means to this entire city, this encampment, what we must communicate out unto the world. This is beyond measure. I am forever in your debt.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
that's all. Like the
right.
greatest spiritual, yeah, the greatest spiritual leader of orcs is like, commending you, and you're like, all right, man, whatever.
That's pretty cool now, but how do we get to the bottom of the ocean?
Yeah, Dane has a singular focus right now.
Okay, no, I get it. I get it. It's one of those things.
He's a dwarf of little imagination, really.
Oh, I can tell. Dwarves are singularly focused. It makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. You said you were going to help us communicate with the sea people, or maybe even get down to the bottom of the ocean.
Ah, yes. So, the point where we picked you up before, you probably thought was a good spot to try to meet with the remaining merfolk in this realm. It actually was not. The old legends of the sailors were intentionally misleading. Those that have remained here tend to hide and do their best to stay away from the, shall we say, less than kind racists of those who run the waves. You've probably heard the way they talk about them.
Yes, we have. Pretty bigoted folk, really.
Yep.
Yes, well, there's an entire history behind that. You see, this area that is desert beyond us used to all be part of their kingdom. And this was all a suburb long ago, fertile, green, a place filled with life. Now buried beneath the sands, you can find some roadways swallowed up by the eons. But really, what remains is out there beneath the waves. And the only place that I can think to take you, the only place that will help you out in your quest to meet these people, is far to the east, beyond where you were dropped off, in an area you probably could see from the sea, but is only actually visible from this side, from the land.
Okay.
Huh. Interesting.
So do we need to keep traveling east then, or what?
Yes, we can carry you for most of the way. I will send with you our great mirror.
And he points behind him, and you basically see like a shield, but it is just shined chrome. Like
Okay.
it is mirror reflection. And he says,
With this, you can signal deep into the waters and call the people of the sea to the surface.
Okay.
Nice. All right.
So we got a chrome dome.
yeah, basically. It looks like I said shield, and just to keep it in game terms, in modern world terms, it basically looks like a satellite dish.
Oh, perfect.
No.
Is it Dish Network or DirecTV?
Well, they're both parabolic, so take your pick.
It'd be kind of funny if it actually said like Dish Network on it or something.
It says Chrome Network.
It fell from the heavens.
No. This is the Network of Gond.
Gondian Network.
The Gondian Network.
Oh God.
That sounds like a Sunday morning program. Welcome to the Gondian Network.
It's just all propaganda.
Well, how else are you going to spread Gondoria to children?
You gotta get them when they're trying to watch their Saturday morning cartoons.
First, you tell them that vaccines are bad.
Gond protects all his children. You just have to believe in him.
That's right.
Wear more
My-
steel armor.
My vaccine is the Forge.
There you go. That's right.
God.
No disease can touch me if I have my Gondian blessed plate armor on.
Oh, God, there you go.
Just breathe in the fumes of the Gondian fires, and that cures everything.
Alright, anyways.
Oh, man. No, you just guys give me flashbacks to, the 2020 highball. Cures every disease.
Oh, yeah. Ivermectin, apparently, also.
Yeah, I prefer just telling the wackos, you take a pint glass, put in 3/4 Formula 409 and 1/4 bleach and call it good.
Yeah, breathe deep.
Definitely
Drink.
cleans the pipes.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Anyway,
Anyway.
so back to fantasy and out of reality.
Or is it back into reality, not a fantasy?
So he offers you the same orc that took you to the temple. Says he can take you as far as the sea and then drop you off. Is the least they could do for everything you've done for them.
Yep.
Yep, let's go.
Yeah. Give us extra water because we are crossing a desert, and
Onward!
Onward, Jeeves.
All right. Well, you go out, and yep, he's got the water skins. He loads them up, and as you are there, you hear the old guy come out and call an assembly, and say,
Come one, come all. We will have lessons. I shall read from you from the book of Grumsh.
So he starts having basically Orcish Bible study.
Good time to be leaving.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. It's the parts that you understand from Orcish are pretty disturbing.
Yeah. I mean, Grumsh is a pretty disturbing god.
Yes, he is. But
So I thought maybe they started, worshiping a different god with the Chrome. Was it Chrome variant?
the Chromamu follow Chrome Christos, who is the earthly form of Grumsh.
Oh, okay. Well, then never the mind.
Like he is Grumsh and the son of Grumsh.
Oh, okay. Two and one.
Yes.
Got it. All right. Yep. Good time to be leaving. So we crawl back into the wagon and off we go.
Yep.
Complaining that there's no air conditioning.
Yeah. And Urshade.
The orc just says,
My heart is now cool from the word of Grumsh. That is all the air conditioning I need.
All right.
When you put it that way, it makes us sound like douchebags.
well, he goes,
Do not feel bad. You will learn of the word of Grumsh soon.
and takes off.
Alright. Great. Just have Alpha talk over him.
I'm just imagining there's debates going on, but Alpha doesn't really understand Orcish, so he just thinks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good point.
Sure.
Probably better that way because last thing we need is a theological debate to take up the entire journey.
Oh, there is no debate. Gond is superior.
And thus begins.
You look at it this way: all of these, these guys are obviously a weak religion. They couldn't even get their own reading stone, whereas a single Gondian could help, with assistance, could help get it for them. So obviously, Gond is far superior.
Cass occasionally throws in some nature god who's done that same thing but better.
Well, nature is very good. It provides fuel for the forge.
I mean, you're not wrong, but nature is much more than than just the forge.
I know. It is also
You can.
building materials.
I knew you were gonna say that.
All right.
Anyways, we're not gonna get into it.
Anyway,
And
so
a source of useful weapons via exploding babies, but we must work on the regularity of this to make it more effective.
Okay, now this is a discussion I can get behind. Yes, you're completely right. We're not completely sure what causes exploding babies yet, but we need to figure out what it is and high supply it.
I have a feeling it's going to take some charcoal, some sulfur, and some potassium nitrate.
Mm.
In the mother's milk.
Yes.
It's like
Otherwise known as nitroglycerin. So just mix the
What? That's not nitroglycerin.
nitroglycerin, and there you go.
You described gunpowder, not nitroglycerin.
you just
Well, I
find-
know, but you take the gunpowder and then you put it in nitroglycerin. Maybe you get your ancient version of C4 that way.
Oh god, I'm pretty sure you need nitric acid to make nitroglycerin. But anyway,
I was also saying how it's normally it's like newborn babies. It's not generally just like a baby just suddenly combusts. Though, if we do figure out the secret to spontaneous combustion, then we are one step closer to achieving exploding babies.
it's like the newborn. It's like they just. Oh god. No, you take the mother in labor and you just squeeze her real hard, and the baby just flies out of the vagina, and it's like
God.
a cannon.
Cannonball babies.
Ugh.
With gusto.
Wow.
I think
Well, we must. You have to achieve better efficiency somehow. I mean, this makes sense.
exactly. We should totally weaponize this. Alpha, we should discuss this with our higher ups, like our gods and whatever, and see how we can get this to work.
I believe we must have additional research materials. Let me consider what we can do next.
Yeah.
We'll both meditate about it on the trip.
I can just hear our ones of viewers going, "I'm out," and ones of listeners.
Oh man. Well, so far we've had all positive reviews. Anyway, you guys.
And suddenly this episode, oh no, if you squeeze the woman.
Science? What's that?
We're making our own science.
And down the rabbit hole we go again.
It happens.
Oh
In
my
fact, I think that's the perfect traveling conversation. And you guys have this entire wonderful talk as you're traveling. The orc catches parts of it, gets very confused, and just kind of rolls with it as much as he can. Eventually getting you to your destination, far across the sands, out next to the sea, and wishes you good luck, safe travels, etc. You can see from where he is leaving you, there's some greenery, somewhat like an oasis. And as you look out to the last bit of land to the east, you can see there are kind of dome shapes off in the distance. Anyway, he bids you farewell, heads off home, leaves you here, and our episode draws to a close.
Alrighty then.
Alright, great way to end it. What if the only words you picked up were baby, exploding, and vagina?
Not to mention the formula for gunpowder.
Just imagining what could that orc have picked up and what kind of image would have been put into his head.
Well, I mean, he's an orc. They probably have a pretty earthy, down-to-earth view of reproduction anyway. He probably knows more about reproduction than all four of us put together.
Yeah, he probably does.
Castro, he just likes messing with Alpha and everybody else. That and discussing exploding babies is the perfect kind of discussion that I wish I could have every day.
Just wait till we get back to a big city. Dane actually has plans for Alpha.
Ah.
Oh, which, by the way, I think we're I mean, I skipped thing before, but for all of that, we should level up again.
Yeah, I can
Okay.
now turn into challenge rating 2 creatures. Woohoo!
Ooh, an alpha gets to tinker with something.
Wow, that sounds evil.
It's another exploding baby.
No, we're Ben and I are homebrewing something to replace one of my monastic features.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I remember Ben saying he was gonna nerf you.
A little bit,
Well, because-
but this is
well,
more of a
normally,
fun side thing to do.
Yeah. Oh, Alpha just got faster as well. Now he's 55 move speed.
Oh god.
Jesus.
Oh, that's all right. Ben
At
keeps.
level 10, he hits 60 with these boots.
Wow.
No, because the monastic tradition, next level kicks in at level 6, and normally Alpha would get wings when he wind dashes, so he could actually fly, but that seems a bit silly.
Yeah, he's not gonna get that.
This has been an Azentuary LLC production. Find us online at azentuary.com for our character bios, merchandise, Patreon, and more. Thank you for listening.
And
Yeah, it ages
So
them
you'd
so
be-
rapidly they explode.
there you go.
There we go.